Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And on today's program, we've got some very exciting news on the economic development front. We've got a couple of businesses that are very close to pulling the trigger and moving operations here to town. We're also going to check in and tell you how you can find a part-time job for the summer months, maybe even for next winter, a seasonal job fair you'll want to know more about. But our first stop today is here at the Vandalia Senior Citizen Center, where it may not seem like it, but it's very close to tax season. And all tax season long, the Senior Citizen Center is a great place to go to get your taxes done for free. For some folks, the Vandalia Senior Citizen Center serves double duty as the best place for folks to go to handle their taxes.
We have 5 people from AARP that come out, and we take appointments only. I have sign-ups on our bulletin board here, and we do accept phone calls. However, it'd be great if people would come in and fill out and when they would like to have their appointment done, they need to bring their W-2s or W-4s or whatever other kind of information and a driver's license.
The preparers are all from the AARP. They're retired folks who have a background in finance. From February through April, reservations are made to meet on a one-on-one basis with those preparers.
AARP members that prepare the taxes do go through recertifications. They are up to date on all the new tax laws, and they are very, very helpful and very patient, and they do a tremendous job. We have about 315 people that come through just to have their taxes prepared for them.
Senior Center Coordinator Kelly Lundquist says the beginning of the year is also the time to think about memberships to the center.
We have new memberships going on. If you've been thinking about joining it, now would be the best time because you would have the whole year's worth. We do a lot here. We have all sorts of activities that go on throughout the month. We have a lot of lunch and learns here. We have board games, card games, pool, activities, sewing, working with flowers, crafts. We do a lot here at the center.
If you'd like more information on the Senior Center, contact Kelly Lundquist.
They could contact me at 898-1232. They can go online and look at the Vandalia website, and they can select the department for the Senior Center, and my newsletters are always posted up there.
Our next stop today is with our Director of Public Service, Rob Cron, who says this winter is going to be a rough one for driving, particularly on North Dixie Drive.
Due to some untimely cold and wet weather in November and some other priorities for the contractor, the Dixie Drive project is not going to get switched over to the new pavement for this winter, so it will remain in its current configuration the rest of the winter until spring when they can get back out there.
Cron says the original plan was to pave the east side of Dixie Drive, then move traffic to the new portion of the roadway before the first snowflakes fall. But that did not happen.
One thing we know around the high school, it's a busy time with different events going on there through the winter, so we'd ask people to be very cautious around the East Alkaline Springs intersection as well as the main entrance to the high school. If there's another way to get there, it might be best to try that, but we know sometimes that's the only way you can go, so hopefully it works out the best.
Cron says your best bet this winter is to use some patience behind the wheel.
They continue to slow down through the construction area, even though there's no work going on right now. It's still going to be tight out there through the winter, and it's going to be congested at the intersections trying to get in and out, but we hope that we'll get through the winter here and can get started right away in the spring.
One other reason why your winter driving could be tricky involves the snow and ice we'll be dealing with soon enough.
So far through most of December, we've been pretty fortunate with the weather. It's not having to use much of our salt supplies this year, but once again, we like to caution people that as the winter goes on and the weather gets worse, we're still going to be conserving our salt as much as possible. So you may not see the same kind of usage of salt on the residential streets as you're used to in the past. So bear with us on that. We'll get there and get your streets cleaned as soon as we can.
As we work our way through winter and into the new year, it's a good time to take a look at some of the economic development projects that are possibilities in 2015. One of the biggest is Project Lakota. It's a proposed 300,000 square foot facility that would fit right in Stone Quarry Crossings, employing as many as 100 people over the next 3 years. The latest word from Assistant City Manager Greg Shackelford is that the project might make a big announcement as early as January.
I've talked with the contact there, and he basically thought through the holiday period they wouldn't really make any progress, and that he felt as though January was going to be a pivotal month. Not sure exactly where we stand as far as the competition goes, but just to continue to be in the game is important at this stage now.
Project Horse is another potential project that might be headed to Stone Quarry Crossings. This could bring another 100 jobs to Vandalia.
Horses out at Stone Quarry Crossings that go along with that project. It would be about 80 plus employees right out of the gate once the project was completed, and likely it could be a two-phase project that would extend out for maybe 3 to 5 years, where they could bring in an existing division that's also in another state in the state of Wisconsin. But the better news for us, or just as good as far as potential, is that we would extend Fieldstone Way about 500 feet, linear feet, that would open up the area in the back of Stone Quarry Crossings out towards Airport Access Road.
The last major project to talk about involves a local company looking to expand their Vandalia footprint. It's being called Project Watt.
Actually have a good vibe going into 2015. Had a recent meeting with those folks, and it looks as though they're going to go ahead and execute the project. And if that happens, we're trying to get through, probably about the middle of January before they would make an announcement, but it's looking very favorable.
All in all, 2014 has been a good year for economic development, but Shackelford says next year could be even bigger.
It's been a great year, 2014, but really it was a lot of pipeline stuff, and it just kind of extended out, trying to figure out if these projects were going to land. So hopefully 2015 could be a banner year for announcements.
Talking about announcements, if you or someone you know is looking for seasonal work, here's an announcement just for you. The city is holding a seasonal job fair in January.
Vandalia hires the best of the best to work here for seasonal employment. We have opportunities at Castle Hills Pool, opportunities at the Vandalia Recreation Center, opportunities in our parks and on our golf course. And again, we are looking for the best of the best. If you have a schedule that allows you to work seasonal, a limited number of hours throughout the year, Vandalia is the place to come. And our job fair will be on Saturday, January 18th, from noon to 2 p.m.
The job fair is an opportunity for many different departments to build a list of potential employees for the coming year.
Vandalia hires most of its seasonal staff from the pool that we meet at the job fair on January 18th. If you miss the job fair or can't make it, we welcome your application at a later date, and it's available online or by calling the Vandalia Recreation Center or the Vandalia City Manager's office.
The City Manager's office is also your first stop if you're part of an arts organization looking for funding. Vandalia's Cultural Arts Program is a great first stop.
If you have a cultural opportunity of any sort, be it music, theater, dance, sculpture, whatever it might be, the Vandalia Cultural Arts Committee would like you to apply for a grant so that we can give you funds toward that.
Each year, the committee has as much as $7,500 to give out to organizations that want to bring cultural events to Vandalia. Assistant to the city manager, Julie Trick, says the committee looks for projects that reach a maximum number of people.
Grant applications are being accepted until February, so time is running out. The main thing that we look at in offering a grant is how many Vandalia residents are affected or will benefit from the program that you are applying for.
And while we're talking about applications, here's information on an opportunity to join a class to learn more about police work. For that story, let's check in with Vandalia Crime Prevention Officer Doug Nagel and Detective Jenny Childs.
Welcome, I'm Doug Nagel, Crime Prevention Officer with the Vandalia Police and Coordinator for the Citizen Police Academy.
And I'm Detective Childs, the lead instructor for the Citizens Police Academy.
What we're here to tell you is about the benefits of the Citizen Police Academy and just what the Citizen Police Academy is.
To tell you what the Citizens Police Academy is all about, I thought we'd turn to the people who can best answer that question, recent graduates of the course. Kelly Lundquist and Whitney Baker were both graduates of the 2014 class.
I had no idea what to expect. I was going in blindly, and when I took the class, went through the course, it totally opened up my eyes to everything going on in the city, around the city, what the police officers actually have to do on a daily basis. Fantastic class.
I thought it would be very studious, a lot of coursework. I learned about the laws and regulations and rules for the city of Vandalia. Working for a company in the city, I was trying to learn more about Vandalia and zoning so I could pass that along to coworkers. What I found though was it was more like being a police officer and how much stress and how much multitasking is involved in the occupation, and how much everyone from the first responders, the people at the call center, to even driving and traffic stops involved from the police department.
The Academy is a 10-week course that focuses on many of the aspects of police work. And for our students, it's a memorable experience.
I really enjoyed all aspects of every class that we had. There were a few that there were interaction going on with tasers, the cruisers. That we also took a course where we actually got to be a part of a scenario. And so the on-hands part were all fabulous classes.
It's hard to pick a favorite. The running joke at White Castle was that every week I would come back with my new favorite class, of course. So I'm a big dog lover. I think seeing the police dogs in action was really neat. I've seen them before in a larger demonstration, but having just 10 people involved and getting to see the police dogs and answering questions from the officer was great. I enjoyed the police cruisers. That I think was very interactive and a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed the simulation that we did with the police officers and how much time they do have to make those quick second decisions, especially with reading and hearing about the news lately. It's different to be in that scenario, and I have a much better appreciation for how much stress that we put our police officers under.
Working under stress is a theme that reoccurs throughout all of the classes.
Big misconception when it comes to law enforcement in general. White House Assistant Police Academy, it gives you an eye behind the scenes in the officer's eyes views of what we go through on a daily basis.
We take the class up to dispatch and let them just see what dispatchers go through on a daily basis. They get to watch them answer 911 calls, deal with citizens, and see kind of what the organized chaos in there is.
For the officers who serve as instructors in the class, the Citizens Police Academy is a way to educate Vandalia residents on what the job is really about.
Well, for me, when I started teaching the driving class, I actually had a gentleman in my class. We went through a real simple course, and I had them talking on the radio, working the lights and sirens, just all the multitasking we have to do. And he stopped right in the middle of the course and said, "Okay, I get it. I cannot do this. It was just too much for him." And we do that every single day. So I think that was a good eye-opener for our citizens.
If you're someone who has ever wondered about what police work is really like, this is the class for you.
The main people we're trying to reach is it's open to any citizen of Vandalia, obviously, anybody that works, worships, or attends in Vandalia, even has a vested interest within our community who hears on a daily basis. That way they can see the way our police department operates and understand maybe why the officers ask certain questions or why we may, not come directly to your front door or come around behind bags. That's why we're looking for it. We're looking for the public in Vandalia.
And anybody who's interested to see the inner workings of their police department. I think through this course and over the time that I've taught this course, I've found that people realize when the course is over that police officers have half a second to decide a shoot or don't shoot situation, or they have half a second to decide, is this dog running out of this house going to attack me? What do I have to do? How do I talk to this person? How do I approach this call? And I think anybody that wants to get to know the inner workings needs to join us and see what we do. I meet lots of great people doing this, and it's a sense of satisfaction for me being able to teach about the job that I love.
If the Citizens Police Academy sounds like something you'd be interested in being part of, the time to sign up is now. You can go to our website, vandaliaohio.org, and click on the police page to access an application. You can print it off, fill it out, and bring it to the Vandalia Division of Police for consideration. You can also just call Doug Nagel at 415-2272.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you at the 2015 Vandalia Division of Police Citizen Police Academy.
Our last stop today is at the Vandalia Recreation Center, where recreation supervisors are putting the finishing touches on a number of programs for the coming months. Alicia McCracken says even with winter approaching, now is the time to start thinking baseball and softball.
We'll take registration for a few months. We've got lots of leagues to offer from ages 5 to 18, boys and girls. We have an early bird registration special running, and you'll save $10 per player if you register before February 16th. And then we also have an online registration special going on, and you'll save $10 per player up to March 2nd.
If you have a daughter interested in softball, you might be interested in a couple of clinics being offered by the Butler High School girls softball team.
In February, the Butler softball team is offering a couple clinics for the girls, grades 3rd to 8th grade, one of them being February 8th, which is a Sunday, and then Sunday, February 15th, both of them from 2 to 4 at Butler High School. Players, coaches will all be there to give some really good instruction.
Another program on the schedule is targeting daughters and their dads.
This is a 20th annual daddy-daughter event. It's going to be a sock hop social, so dress in 50 style clothing. It'll be Saturday, February 7th from 5:30 to 7:30.
Brittany Lewis says they've got a full evening of fun planned for those attending the dance.
The dad and daughter dress up, and then they get to come in, get their picture taken by Swabby Studios, and then they'll come in, do a craft. We have root beer floats and pizza. It'll be a fun time.
If fitness is your goal, you'll want to know about a couple of January programs designed to get your fitness plans rolling. Recreation Supervisor Sarah Levy says a big indoor riding event is planned for January the 11th.
This is a very popular event that we have here at the Rec Center, and it is from 12:30 to 3:30 on Sunday the 11th, and that's for anyone who wants to come and challenge their inner endurance athlete. It's a tough ride, but we want you to come and challenge yourself if you're interested.
The following week, they're planning a program to give folks a better idea if riding or spinning is right for you.
So anyone who is interested in our indoor cycling program here, but they're just not sure where to start or how to do it, this is the class for you. It's a one-day event. You can come and learn how to set up your bike, learn the principles and elements of an indoor ride, and then you get to finish off with a workout after you learn how to do everything. So it's a great class to start if you're wondering what cycling is all about.
Another intro class is planned for January the 25th, but it's for a different kind of rolling.
Foam rolling is a new technique used for massaging your tight muscles, reducing tension. It's a good thing to include into your workout routine. For massaging sore muscles, usually after a workout, it's really good to help stretching and working those muscles and reducing that tension that you get from a workout. So we're going to have a workshop because a lot of people don't understand what it is or how to do it. So again, it's something for those who are interested in it, want to try it out, see what it's all about. You can come to the workshop and you get a hands-on feel for how to use the foam roller.
All of the programs we've talked about will be coming to your mailbox soon, as the Winter 2015 Parks and Recreation Guide is out.
We have a lot of programs going on in winter of 2015. Our programming period is January 1st through April 30th.
Facility Manager Elaine Kaler says now is the time to think about what programs you'll want to sign up for.
Registration begins on December 29th on a Monday at 7 a.m. People can come into the rec center to register for any program, as well as people can log on to www.vandaliareccenter.com to see our brochure, as well as register online without the hassle of coming into the facility.
Kaler says the guide is very comprehensive.
Whether they're looking for fitness, swim lessons, or even a little youth sports, you can definitely find something for everybody in this guide.
One last thing to talk about today. If your child has a birthday coming up, you might want to consider having that party at the Recreation Center.
We have a lot of amenities here that kids of all ages enjoy having their birthday party here at the Vandalia Recreation Center. Great pricing. It's $140 for a non-resident, non-member, $110 for a resident or member, and they get 2 hours in the feature of their choice, whether they want to swim, climb our large wall, or play in Luther's Jungle. They have that option, as well as an hour and a half in our party room to have cake, ice cream, and have a little fun opening presents.
The center is also a great place to bring groups for team building events.
We have great rental prices here that you can rent out a specific area, or you could just come in for groups 10 or more with a reservation. You can get a discounted price, and it's a great time to really get together with family, friends, and coworkers.
Once again, remember those rec guides should be finding their way into your mailbox here in the next several days, and the registration period for the winter activities begins on December the 29th. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.